Hello everybody, my name is Aiden Hagland and I'm going to be breaking down my most recent single, Mystery. This was probably the quickest single that I've ever created. I spent 7 hours and 46 minutes on it in total. What's so unique about this song is that it features tons of vocal stuff that I would never do, really. It has like vocal chords, which I'll get into later. And it also has consistent harmonies as well as changing like melodies almost. It's really weird. Or at least it's weird compared to something that I would do personally. You can see in this project file that I have like 3 major vocal like buses really. The lead vocal, the vocal chords, and then the harmony parts. But there's only 2 mixer channels. The harmonies are going into the lead vocal and then the vocal chords have their own separate fader board. I have a whole page of things that I get to go over for this song because there's lots of unique stuff in it. Alright, the first thing, this song tells a story. If you listen to the lyrics, it's almost as if they're all trapped together in an area where they're not used to or not supposed to be. It's an open story and you can basically fill it in. It's not finished, but I had this idea and I'm like, wow, let me turn a story into a song. If you listen to the vocals isolated right here, it like gets into the story right away.
Nobody knows, but every person has their own ideas. One, someone says they've been locked away. That's impossible, the police give no leeway. 2, I guess they must have run away. Again, impossible, you can't run away here. 3,
and etc. It goes on. On the topic of this area, you can see that the numbers are laid out, apart from the 4, but that's because it's a massive chord. Basically, it's a group of people going over ideas of the missing person and what happened to them. So, it starts like this.
1, someone says they've been locked away. That's impossible, the police give no leeway. 2, I guess they must have run away. Again, impossible, you can't run away here. 3, did they find somebody to pay? No way, that's basically suicide. 4, there isn't really any more options. Something clearly happened, and it can still happen to us.
Another cool thing about this song, the 1, 2, and 3 go up the scale together. So if you listen to this.
1, 2, 3.
And it's definitely not true for this part.
4.
It's a massive chord.
Suicide. 4.
I had 2 main ideas for this song, mainly to have more vocals and to tell a story. And so I did both those things and I recorded a lot more vocals than I normally would in my comfort range. For recording these vocals, I did this actually quite differently. So I had my microphone off to the side here, and I got very close to the microphone, turned the gain down, and like speaked into it very quietly. There's a couple of reasons for that. I'm pretty sure I actually was working on this at like 2 a.m. and I didn't want to wake up my mom. And I also thought that it sounded cool, so I just kept it, and I never re-recorded the vocals. Another thing that I recorded, which I would never really record, is the guitar. I am no guitar player, but I still just decided to record some chords, so I did this. You can tell I'm not a guitar player with all the effects that I have on here, and all the EQs and everything. The purple audio clips are louder than the blue ones. The blue ones are used for when the vocals are going on. And for the key change, I didn't re-record the guitar, I just pitched it up. Something that drummers might have noticed is the drum groove. It's called the Purdy Shuffle. My friends at school do it all the time, so I just decided I would slap it into MIDI form. And I just kept it. I obviously threw in some fills. Very basic ones, but they go a long way. Oh, something that I forgot to bring up, the chords in the final chorus I actually sang. You can hear the metronome, and that's from the top track actually. If you mute this one, you can't hear the metronome, but it sounds bad because this is 7ths for the chord. So if you mute this,
The next hit up.
oops, they're just major chords in 7/4. Oh, 7/4. This song switches from 4/4 to 7/4 quite a bit. All the choruses in the song are in 7/4 if you give it a listen.
Right against the wall, and no one seems to be found. Who knows what?
Also, all the rhythm section parts are in MIDI form. I think they sound fine, so I never bothered to record anything. Apart from the guitar, because I don't have any guitar plugins. Another small touch is the impact sounds as the song goes on. At the very end, you can really hear it. This is what they sound like. But they're also, as you look here, they're in the background of the song as it goes on, and I think it really adds some added tension to it. I was gonna add some sax to this song, but I felt like it didn't fit when I recorded it, so I just scratched that idea. I could just reset this track if I wanted to, really. Here's what my vocal bus looks like. I don't know why I have Melodyne on here. It's not being used at all. An EQ that cuts out the low end and raises the high end. Compression. Oh gosh, what is this called? This is just for general vocal mixing. A reverb, delay, another general mixing thing, and an automated EQ for special times. On the vocal cords, it's a lot more simple. It's room reverb, that's disabled. This EQ is quite wonky, but sounds good. And Maximus for stereo separation. And with that, I'm pretty sure that's it. This song was a blast to make, even though I didn't spend much time on it and I composed it like all last night. It was still fun. This will be the third song of the album. Not sure what order it's going to be in, but yeah, this will definitely be in there. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something and have an amazing day.